ain't even his kids. If y'all want to get
Oh my
retarded,
goodness.
let's
What you
So
mean?
we separate groups.
Listen.
God.
oh,
Damn.
black woman,
I'm still
black
God.
woman.
Damn.
mad at
Are
me,
you
man.
saying that black women do that more than white women?
No, why is
Is
she
that
getting
what
so
I
much
said?
attention?
I'm
Are we
asking.
separate groups?
Shout out to the fuckery.
Yep. Hell yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go with what you say.
You don't hate us, PhD, bro?
Absolutely not.
No, she just wants some of y'all deleted. That's all.
Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Ahmad Shakur. It certainly isn't looking good for the missing submarine containing 5 billionaires. But there's a documentary about it supposedly coming out tonight at 7. I find that very interesting. Let's get into it. Passengers on board are Hamish Harding, Stockton Rush, Paul Henry Nargiole, Shahzada Daywood, and his son Solomon. And they don't know what's going on with these people, but I just find it very interesting that now they're talking about a documentary already. And this would be aired supposedly just hours after their oxygen supply runs out. Please pay attention. Stockton Rush, who's the CEO of OceanGate, is also on board. Back in 2022, he showed CBS correspondent David Pogue a handheld device that he used for their carbon fiber submersible that they used to control it. And, well, I'll just let you see for yourselves. Now, this is what's supposedly controlling the submarine. It looks like a regular video game controller. I find this absolutely problematic. I mean, I absolutely would not have trusted this. The fact that billionaires paid $250,000 to go to the bottom of the ocean to see the wreckage of a Titanic, I'd have been thinking about malevolent spirits down there that were trapped and angry because of the way that they left this earth. But also just the fact that it's being controlled by something like this, it absolutely would have not made any sense to me. Okay, please, Betsy. Now, the documentary Titanic Sub Lost at Sea is set to premiere tonight at 7 p.m. in Britain. The managing director for ITN, the company that's putting it out, Ian Rumsey, says that this is going to cover everything as far as the exploration itself, the rescue attempts, but most of all, it's going to tell the human story of 5 people with families and lives who are trapped beneath the ocean floor. I find this all very interesting. Like, who is thinking of this right now? These people are down there about to run out of oxygen. Okay, we may never see or hear from them again, and their bodies may never be recovered. But he's thinking about how he can monetize, how he can gain a profit. I just want you all to pay attention. These are the nefarious minds of some people. Okay, make it all make sense. Expedition Unknown host Josh Gates said that he had dove down in the Titanic sub once, but decided not to go back down again to film because the craft was not good. Basically said they didn't perform well. Okay, please pay attention. At the end of the day, this all seems very sketchy to me. I mean, the fact that someone's making a documentary seems to me like someone knew or didn't expect these people to make it back to the surface. But hey, what do I know? A TikTok, this is strictly for entertainment purposes only.
Guard says it investigated underwater banging noises, though they have no idea if those noises actually came from the Titan. Veteran explorers say the crew's conditions are dire if they happen to be on the ocean floor where temperatures are near freezing.
Your body will start shivering to generate heat, and that will use up more oxygen. So that's not a good thing.
After that submersible lost communication Sunday, experts question why Titan didn't trigger a buoyancy device and float to the top of the ocean.
To the wreckage of the Titanic on the ocean floor. 12 News reporter Jake Holter joining us now live in studio this morning. Jake, really, this is that critical hour that rescuers have been moving toward.
Yeah, that's right, Erica. The missing sub began the trip with around 96 hours of oxygen for the 5 passengers aboard. Those 96 hours are now up, meaning it's likely the oxygen on board has run out. There's been an international response to find the sub in the North Atlantic the last 2 days, giving rescue teams glimmers of hope after banging noises were picked up on sonar Tuesday night and yesterday morning. Experts not able to pinpoint the exact location and source of the sounds. Rhode Island State Senator Lou DePalma has worked in underwater technology for 40 years and says now is still not the time to speculate.
Everybody's focus is on finding the folks and finding the submersible and finding the folks alive. All attention is there, and that's where it needs to be. When they come back, then the process will begin to ascertain what happened, what didn't happen, what should have happened, and why did it happen.
Now, despite the probability of the oxygen running out, the Coast Guard has not called off its search. And as always, we will keep you updated as we learn more. Live in studio, Jake Holter, 12 News.
Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Ahmadai Shakur. It certainly isn't looking good for the missing submarine containing 5 billionaires, but there's a documentary about it supposedly coming out tonight at 7. I find that very interesting. Let's get into it. Passengers on board are Hamish Harding, Stockton Rush, Paul Henry Nargiole, Shahzada Dawood, and his son Solomon. And they don't know what's going on with these people, but I just find it very interesting that now they're talking about a documentary already. And this would be aired supposedly just hours after their oxygen supply runs out. Please pay attention. Stockton Rush, who's the CEO of OceanGate, is also on board. Back in 2022, he showed CBS correspondent David Pogue a handheld device that he used for their carbon fiber submersible that they used to control it. And, well, I'll just let you see for yourselves. Now, this is what's supposedly controlling the submarine. It looks like a regular video game controller. I find this absolutely problematic. I mean, I absolutely would not have trusted this. The fact that billionaires paid $250,000 to go to the bottom of the ocean to see the wreckage of a Titanic, I'd have been thinking about malevolent spirits down there that were trapped and angry because of the way that they left this earth. But also just the fact that it's being controlled by something like this, it absolutely would have not made any sense to me. Okay, please pay attention. Now, the documentary Titanic Sub Lost at Sea is set to premiere tonight at 7 p.m. in Britain. The managing director for ITN, the company that's putting it out, Ian Rumsey, says that this is going to cover everything as far as the exploration itself, the rescue attempts, but most of all, it's going to tell the human story of 5 people with families and lives who are trapped beneath the ocean floor. I find this all very interesting. Like, who is thinking of this right now? These people are down there about to run out of oxygen. Okay, we may never see or hear from them again, and their bodies may never be recovered. But he's thinking about how he can monetize, how he can gain a profit. I just want you all to pay attention. These are the nefarious minds of some people. Okay, make it all make sense. Expedition Unknown host Josh Gates said that he had dove down in the Titanic sub once, but decided not to go back down again to film because the craft was not good. Basically said they didn't perform well. Okay, please pay attention. At the end of the day, this all seems very sketchy to me. I mean, the fact that someone's making a documentary seems to me like someone knew or didn't expect these people to make it back to the surface. But hey, what do I know? A TikTok, this is strictly for entertainment purposes only.
father, even if you're a big person, they still gonna try you. It may be
No,
different
no,
how they
the
try you.
first is gonna
No,
no,
JP, listen,
bro, my
listen.
son was
JP,
5'7" when he
JP,
tried me, bro. I was 6'7", my son was 5'7",
God.
nigga, and he tried it.
Yeah, they're gonna try you. That's gonna happen. It may be different,
He
but they're
got
gonna try
horse.
you. It may be
He got
he may
horse.
verbally try you. He may
Yeah,
not
he tried.
physically
He got
try you,
flopped
but he
though.
gonna try you.
But you know what I'm saying? Like I call
Have
that
your
nigga
son ever seen you get
right
down?
now. He got flopped, nigga, but he tried it though.
Who's that?
Have your
My son.
sons ever seen you get down?
Nah, hell no. But,
See,
but that's what I
once
wasn't
they
out
know
there.
you, once they like my nephews, the big as hell, but they know not to play with me. The only reason why they know not to play with me because they have seen Uncle Jay get down, so they not gonna too much play with me. Like they play with my big brother because my big brother, he kind of they don't really know, they don't know who they fucking with when they playing with him, but he like the quiet one. He don't really get into much. He go to work and shit. But me, they done see me and shit. They done see me in action.
But
They done seen you twirling.
No, it doesn't mean they
twirling with the girls.
try you regardless. They don't matter if they see you get down or you get into an altercation with a woman or a man or whatever the case may be. They still gonna try you.
Yeah, because I was gonna say I think it's different. Like in the hoods, you gonna see like niggas going back and forth, niggas fighting and shit. But like as I got older and shit, there was no need for like my kids to see me fighting somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, so I get what you're saying, like when you're a little bit younger and shit, but like as I just don't think that a lot of the teachings of you gotta fight and all of that shit transfer the older you get. Like, so that's why, like I said, I know you as a kid, you better know how to fight, but I don't think you have to fight. And that's kind of the difference in what, you know what I'm saying, I've always taught my son as opposed to what was taught to me, because I was told, be ready to go out there and hit, nigga. When you know what I'm saying, when you get to middle school, be ready to hit. High school, you're gonna hit. Oh, you going to prison, be ready to hit. Like it was always, you know what I'm saying, that was always part of being a male was fighting and being able to fight and being able to whoop a nigga ass. And I didn't want my son to believe that.
Yeah, but then we start at some point we start getting into girls and shit. That kind of died. That fight shit kind of died off. Some niggas still had it in them. Like I used to like to fight because it gets you more pussy.
You know,
like if a woman don't like me, if a woman didn't like me in the ghetto, if she didn't like me, if she see me whoop, don't let me stand up for her. Like a motherfucker sitting at her.
Now, what type of woman you dealing with that into you fighting and shit?
Don't jump.
No, I used to love being in those situations where a nigga talking crazy to a girl is one of my crushes. They don't know this.
And your ass come through saving. Your Captain Save.
And he got Daryl. Look, if a woman, because a lot of times women don't like you because they probably think you soft and shit. That's how they friends on you, right? They probably think you soft. You probably done laughed too many times. They probably think
because you broke it in the motherfucker.
Or she probably thought one nigga, she probably thought this other nigga was the baddest niggas out the group, right? Because he talked the hardest. But then when she see you get down and you really fuck some shit up, oh man, it's like they give you this whole different.
But
It's
JP,
a whole different vibe to get to
but
you.
JP, that sound like a trash chick though.
You supposed to step in based on integrity, bro.
That sounds like some trash chick you dealing with right there.
No, but I think it's in the woman's nature.
They see your ass get into a goddamn fight.
It's crazy, bro.
No, but that fight, y'all talking about fighting is whatever, but that fight is a representation of in the ghetto. That's their protection. That a woman got to know that she got a killer in the house, but he won't go kill. He's not out there looking to kill people, but she know he's capable of it. A woman has to know it to get a woman to really respect you. She got to know that you are capable of fucking some shit up, because that's how she gonna feel safe and feel like you can protect her. Protection.
You don't have to know how to fight to fuck some shit up, JP.
I don't know if it's because I don't even think you wrong. That's why it's like kind of weird. It's like, damn, I don't know if that's a wrong statement. But I think it's like one of those you got to be careful how you transfer. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you can just say it outright like that, because I think you're correct. But should we be telling young niggas to be ready to kill or be ready to at least prove you a kill? You know
But
what I'm
I always
saying?
thought fighting was a masculine thing. Now, if we could go into the long soliloquy if niggas that don't we don't know actually know how to fight unless you get into a ring or something. But I still think fighting is a masculine thing. That's part of manhood. Fighting is a part of the boys, especially when you're growing up younger. It's part of your manhood. You know, have you ever felt good after you got into a fight? You feel like
I
even if
didn't.
you got some punches thrown, you like, nigga, whatever don't kill me. We used to always say,
I don't know how many
whatever don't kill
motherfuckers.
you make you stronger.
How many motherfuckers you know feel good after get into a goddamn physical altercation? A
It
fight.
feels damn the best dopamine.
You sound crazy than a motherfucker.
Because you know most people is afraid to get in
How
fight.
you feel in your heart, nigga? How you feel upstairs and whatnot? I get what he's saying, but
Fuck
like
that Taz. I can't go with that shit. God damn.
Like, but look, this is what I'm saying. But like, aren't we getting to a point where it's not wise to teach young men to even think about fighting?
It wasn't good back then, but we had to do what we had to do.
We should, because now they pull out them guns.
Well, I think they're leading with the guns now. Like, I don't think they want to fight at all. You know what I'm saying? When we was young, dog, we would get it up and it was just a fight. Nowadays, this motherfuckers like, I'm not gonna fight, and they're 11. You know what I'm saying? Like, they shooting too young now. So I think having the ability to fight and whatnot is necessary, but I don't think we should be telling people you're gonna have to fight. I don't think
that's the reason why they fighting. That's the reason why they shooting Taz. When we was growing up, you was a bitch and you had to go get either, if you got more people to jump you, you had to jump somebody, or you had to go get a gun. You was a coward then. You had to go get a gun, dude. You duck one fight. Now, if these young dudes if they knew how to fight, a lot of motherfuckers would be alive today. A lot of people would be alive today if they knew how to get down in the streets.
Yeah.
Look there, man.
But they're not alive.
Wait. I have a question. Hold on. Thanos, are you 6'5"? Put it in the chat.
Yeah, he's 6'5".
Oh wow. Okay.
I'm 6'3.5". He ain't
Look, JP got to throw his in there. JP got to throw his ass in there. Nobody give a damn how tall your motherfucking ugly ass is, JP.
You just mad. You like 5 something.
Who? Not me?
Yeah, how tall is you?
You look pretty tall.
No, I'm not 5.
No, he just talk tall.
No, I'm taller than that. I'm about 6'3", dog.
Oh, you mean you the same height? I'm 6'3.5".
So. You need to go to somebody's goddamn beauty salon and get your hair done. I'm paying for that.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Look, y'all.
I'll put some money on the fucking books of the Black House.
Get my shit airs up today. Then I got my lady.
I know that's right.
I'm here for them redo it. But
you got your hot date this weekend, JP?
Huh?
You got your hot date this weekend?
No, we finna go work at the on a hot dog cart.
Man, fuck all that.
Did y'all work?
I got 250 on Thanos. I got 250 on Thanos.
Let me throw this at you right quick, though, JP. Don't back up, so we won't get too far away from the point, though. So my question would be, like, do you think that so let me say it a different way. I think that all of the fighting kept us from learning conflict resolution skills.
Exactly.
I think what we learned young, what you're talking about, which I'm not saying you're completely wrong, but I want you to hear me and then give me what you thought. I'm saying that we didn't teach conflict resolution skills outside of fighting. The only thing we were taught and the only thing we discussed even amongst each other was whoop his ass if he disrespects you. There's no other resolution to conflict. And so I think that's how we got to the next step of shooting and whatnot, because there's no other way to resolve conflict other than fighting. And some people don't want to fight. Some people ain't going to take that, that physical chance, even young. So I think if we don't teach better conflict resolution skills, it can only get worse. What you think about that?
I think fighting is necessary. And the reason why it's necessary, it teaches kids discipline, for one. And it also establishes respect for one another. Most of my guys were people who I fought with. Like it got to a point where all my friends, like guys, we ain't gonna be friends unless I know you unless we done fought, and it teaches me to like when you when you get in a fight with somebody, let's say you can stand that motherfucker before, but when y'all got into a fight, and especially that motherfucker gave you a good one, y'all develop this respect and love for each other. Like y'all be the best friends ever.
No.
All I want to say, let me conclude with this. And the reason why I say fighting is necessary because if fighting wasn't a good thing, we wouldn't have boxing, martial arts, and all the other type of stuff. So it's something about fighting develops this confidence, and it humbles you. Fighting fighting does more good for you than not. Now,
JP, there's a difference between boxing. But JP, there's a difference between boxing and fighting. That's two different things.
But that's the ghetto way. That's the ghetto way of
fighting. There's no rules to fighting.
But it wasn't when we was coming up. It was rules. No, if you picked up something and had to fight, you weak. If you had to jump somebody, you weak.
If we fight, we ain't friends no more.
There's no rules, JP. There's no rules.
I remember I fought somebody that I knew I could just whoop. Right, this motherfucker was dancing around my ass, and every time I'm sitting up there, I'm like, man, fight, man, shit. You keep on moving and shit, and then every time I try to get close, he put me in the headlock. I said, I can't breathe, because I hate to be in headlock. I hate to be in headlock. So I'm like, dog, fight. So I just knew, and then especially when everybody around.
So JP, you didn't want to fight. You wanted to box.
Most times niggas get the ass when they.
So JP, you didn't want to fight. You wanted to box. Then that's what you wanted to box. He wanted to fight. You wanted to box.
But that was still fighting. Like if you had to pick up something.
It's not
no. Back when we was fighting, it was 1-on-1. And matter of fact, like if it was a big uncles or something around you, they not gonna know. They be like, no, nigga, y'all gonna fight head up. Ain't no picking up the shit over here. You gonna fight head up. Y'all gonna. That's just like when you first start off fighting your cousins and your brothers. Me and my brothers used to always stomp each other the fuck out, kicking each like we used to stomp each other the fuck out.
Why you kicking?
No weapon.
Why you kicking if y'all got rules?
Huh?
Why you kicking if y'all got rules?
No, it was a badge of honor, right? Like once y'all stood up fighting head up, right? And you got him on the ground. We was taught when you got on the ground, you finish him.
How do you finish him?
Like let's say we
Kick
stood
him
up.
In the face?
Let's say we stood
up.
You
you breaking the rules, JP.
Oh, let's say we stood up punching and shit, right?
Yeah.
And I fuck around because I ain't never
go from the shoulders, baby.
I ain't never used to like knocking niggas out. I ain't like
you supposed to go from the shoulders, JP. Ain't no kicking.
I used to want to just torture you on the stand up ground. Then when you fall, that was like the icing on the cake. When I get to start stuck, then all the girls be like, "Ooh, Jay Prince is a motherfucker beat."
If a motherfucker stump me, we ain't friends no more.
I told you I do this all the time. He's like, I just love it. Become addictive after a while.
How many times did you get stumped?
I got stumped in 2016. Them niggas from Chicago. I'm sitting up there banging Milwaukee. They banging Chicago, and you know, because we was in the outskirts of Milwaukee, right? You know, Chicago niggas, they move everywhere. And me and this other dude that was from Milwaukee, he taller than both of us, right? This nigga like 6'6", like about 6'6". And all these, it was me and these other niggas though. So they talk about Chicago, right? Yeah, y'all Milwaukee niggas hoes, y'all some hoes. I said, nigga, please, nigga. We used to always beat I said I should slaughter you niggas. And so we going back and forth, and one dude said, hey man, y'all shut the fuck up. You know, Chicago people, they be having a bunch of people in their house, right? So we in there arguing. I said, you know, the first time I didn't say nothing, but so we kept on with the conversation, going back and forth with the conversation. He said it again, shut the fuck up, right? So now you tested my gangster. So I said, hold on, dude. Hey, let's go outside because I ain't want to do it in their house. You got to mind you, this is their family. I'm in they shit for New Year's. I'm in they shit. And we've been drinking all day. I said, man, let's go outside. He said, why I got to go outside? I said, nigga, you ain't finna be telling me to shut no fuck up. He said, nigga, I don't got to tell you nothing. He stood up. Now, at this point, something clicked in my mind. They said, man, Jay, because my family used to always say, Jay Prince, every time you come around, your drunk ass, you get to start starting shit. So I was like, okay. at that point in time, I said, "Fuck it, let me get out this nigga's house." So I'm bending over to go get my phone was on a charge, plugged up in the wall. So I bend over and getting my phone. Next thing you know, I'm getting hit. So I stood up. I'm getting some 1, 2, bap, 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 bap. This motherfucker come behind me and grab my motherfucking shirt, got me on the ground, they stoned me.
He did what he's supposed to. Ain't no rules of fighting.
Yeah,
but look, I got up with no scratch. I got up with no scratch. I got on no bruises.
Are y'all friends now?
Oh yeah, we solid now. I got the one-on-one. We cool. Do my niggas.
You know,
And the guy that was with me, the guy that
to the fuckery.
Now the nigga, the Milwaukee nigga that was with me, that's what I'm saying. Them young niggas is soft. He was banging with me, and then when the shit got real, since he seen them whooping me, now he was trying to be their friends. But at the end of the day, them niggas had more respect for me. Them niggas still, man, everybody in that house had way more respect for me than him.
Because you took that ass whooping, huh?
I took that ass whooping like a champ.
I know that's right. Shout out to the champ.
Yeah, nigga, I done got old anyway, nigga. I got a pass, so nigga, I done did my shit. Huh? Just because you get beat up, that don't take nothing away from you, though. Just because you get, I actually prefer if you're gonna be a fighter.
JP,
this is a lot of people.
Yeah, I get it. You stood your ground.
Right? No. What I'm saying is, I actually prefer, men. If you're gonna be out there fighting, right? I actually prefer you to experience the whoopings, the winnings and losing, because if you always been a fighter that always won, if you've been a person that always won the fight, you're not gonna know how the punches feel. A motherfucker kick your ass, that's gonna damage your whole ego. So I prefer, like, I done got beat up, and I felt good. I felt more proud after I done got beat up than I did winning the fight, because a lot of times, if I got beat up, this motherfucker was a known good fighter. He probably was big as hell. Or I used to always get jumped by like 3 dudes or more, right?
But didn't you say a little dude got moving and put you in a chokehold?
No, I'm saying when I got, that was my cousin and shit. He knew how to box and shit.
Did you tap out?
Huh?
Did you tap out?
No, every time that motherfucker jab, bow, and then he get the moving and shit. So I'm trying to chase him, I'm getting tired and everything. I'm like, man, I'm used to just fighting back and forth, like you just throwing punches, y'all just killing each other. Nobody blocking the hits. Like we used to be like, man, why you blocking?
So you like swinging like so JP, you like swinging like them women be swinging, huh?
No, like I'm talking about like catching that haymakers, y'all throwing blows at each other. He throwing blows at you, and y'all just going back and forth.
He didn't pull your hair, did he?
No, nigga, that weak shit. But no, I take pride in being able to accept the ass whooping. Because not everybody can accept ass whoopings.
Are you gonna have
ass whooping? Ain't got no choice but to accept it. God damn.
I don't feel bad if I get beat up. Actually, I feel good. Like damn, I actually took that.
I never felt good.
Now I'm more of a beast than the nigga that beat me up. Because them 9 times out of 10, them niggas never got beat up. Now I know how to feel to get beat up now, but you done turned me into a fucking monster now.
No, you might want to adjust what you say. You said we was bent over, then you just took it.
Well, I said beat up.
Now, earlier you said when you was bent over, he started hitting that.
Oh, when I got my phone, your mind in some gay activity. You got a gay activity mind frame for me.
we gotta wait for this whole gay conversation.
Hey, I don't believe in saying all that Paul shit, but that's what y'all do.
But bro, this is what I want to know though, JP. So out of all, because I listen to all that crazy shit, that crazy ass stories you just told. Now listen,
yeah, they was real.
What I'm saying is this, bro. Now you mean to tell me through that there's no conflict resolution?
Nope.
That could have prevented that?
Yes.
Yeah, but that's some lame nigga shit.
What?
Dude, I'm talking about. So JP,
I could have not engaged into the conversation.
JP, as a man who
walking niggas holes and shit like that.
I'm with Jay Prince on this conversation, to be honest.
Oh, God. JP, you realize you as a father, man. What are you going to teach them babies?
Fight.
Oh
You
Lord.
know what?
Yeah,
Not
you don't let no
JP,
motherfucker.
they not gonna be, but JP, they not gonna be no
girls.
different from them girls you showed in that Milwaukee video.
Because I just get right. Because I just like fight for the city. We fighting for Milwaukee. Like what? Because what I'm saying is fighting for something that's reasonable and respectable is okay. But nigga, you ain't got no business fighting for Milwaukee and Chicago.
It's just like when you say Milwaukee is a hoe, you basically calling me a hoe.
No, okay.
What?
So look, so
Man,
this is
fuck
what I'm
that
saying.
shit.
Like,
Fuck
bro, like
Milwaukee.
nigga, you
God
30,
damn.
you 30
No,
something
I'm
years
saying in
old at
face
this
to face.
time, bro. Like, come on,
Taz, it's so Taz. If a motherfucker, if a Milwaukee nigga or a Chicago nigga go to your city, right, and saying, "Oh, y'all niggas from here is some hoes,"
bro, I expect the young niggas to react the way
Man, niggas don't just talk,
I
Jay
would-
Prince. Tell them niggas to come to your worst block and say that to some niggas in the hood, no cameras, no YouTube, no StreamYard. See if they get away with it.
First of all,
Like, for
them
me-
young dudes, they don't do that though, Daryl. They always putting shit on camera.
Bro,
That's that
I'm not talking
clown
about
shit.
young dudes. I
That's
see
that
old
clown
niggas
shit.
talking like that. I see a lot of old hoe ass niggas that be running around talking crazy, but they would never.
Well, they still young minded. You talking about some young minded dudes
the
though.
neighborhood and talk that shit though. We know
They
that they
never
gonna
do
come
that.
there and talk
But
that
to
shit.
Jay Prince's point though, protection, like if we can't physically fist to fist defend ourselves, defend our household, defend our community,
and defend your woman,
and defend your
Defend
woman,
your
your
woman.
family, what the fuck we talking about?
Okay, so for me, if the difference is just fighting and it's gonna be everybody walk away and y'all can be cool afterwards, I'm cool with that. I'm saying that's a
Yeah, we call it
minority
30 seconds
situation.
here.
But
I
Daryl,
mean, I agree with
I'm
Taz
saying
now,
that's a
like because
minority
we older.
niggas get stumped out, but they coming back.
Yeah, they
sure.
coming back. That's why you got to make sure they don't get up.
Nah, man, like me and I can have a disagreement with one of my cousins right now. We can go 30 seconds, right? Or even one of my homies. Like it's about mutual respect. Bro, listen, and I say this all the time to niggas. We do 30 seconds all the time where I'm from. Right? You got a problem with a nigga, you go 30 seconds in, y'all have y'all fight. Ain't nobody gonna die afterwards. The niggas that y'all talking about when you stump a nigga out and now he gotta go get the tool.
Well, y'all must not know nothing about fight because fight 30 seconds is a long goddamn time to fight.
It is a long time.
But that's somebody you
really
know.
not.
That's your people. That's
Shit.
fam.
Because
I'm talking about strangers and how black men interact when they don't know each other, bro.
No, yeah, when it's a stranger, then it's all whole
believe that
bar.
we should have to shoot each other. Like a lot of these dudes that's in a joint right now, if they would never duck that one fight, right? And this is why I say, you duck one fight because you weren't playing that. Now you're going to jail, prison, 25 or whatever, the life or whatever. Now you're gonna be fighting every day for your booty. Niggas gonna be trying to fight for your ass.
There you go. But you talking about that's some gay shit right there. But
In fact, no, this some real shit. In fact, they're gonna be sitting up there. You're gonna be watching them fight, and you're not gonna know why they fighting for. They literally fighting over your ass.
And
I'm
see,
glad I'm not going to prison.
Like I
I'm
niggas
not
be
fighting
fighting over
for my
women.
fucking ass.
And Jay Prince, I actually want to address this to Bomb Cherry and Taz because they've been around these spaces for a while. I know y'all done heard black men tell black women, black men are out here dying protecting y'all. We're out here doing this protecting y'all.
Absolutely.
Well, if you can't even, this is why I've been trying to tell niggas, right, Taz? When I hear all these so-called superhero niggas and the Batman Robin niggas in the hood talking about some, we hate the Pookie and Ray Ray, we hate the drug dealers. What have you done to go about them niggas? How about you go get them niggas off your block? Oh, we can't do that. Why can't you do that? Because you a pussy. You know that them niggas gonna low key shoot you the fuck down. That's I'm
calling the police on them motherfuckers.
A lot of niggas just hoes.
Fuck them. I'm calling the goddamn cops on their ass.
See, that's why to your point, you saying you call the police, and that's what I was trying to explain to them. Now, but you want black women to look at y'all like protectors and stuff like that. If you're gonna be doing the same thing that they can do to protect themselves, which is call 911, they gonna have
a white man basically.
But that's why when they get that thug nigga, that nigga like, man, fuck the police. I ain't calling off on the head.
God damn, JP.
This is why niggas in the ghettos getting all the pussy.
That nigga
they get trash booty. They get trash ass, JP. Nobody gives a shit about trash ass.
We know that.
Okay, like if you in the club or whatever, you just saying fuck.
You can have them trash assholes.
If you just in public and a motherfucker disrespect your woman or whatever, doing something foul, Instead of you getting busy, you calling the police. That's some shit she could do.
Let me ask you this:
I
though.
want
If
to
I'm
see
in a
if
club,
her man can protect her.
JP, if I'm in a club
You
out of
won't be
my
able to
state,
pass to a restaurant girl.
like fight.
This is why women love us, right?
What sense
You
does that
won't be able
make,
to brag
JP?
to the rest of her friends, girl. My man is crazy as hell.
And Hank,
That's
let me
not
tell you,
good though, dog. JP, what sense does that make? If I'm in Milwaukee, JP, I'm in Milwaukee, I'm in your city, and the motherfucker gets smart and want to ready to fight. What sense does it make? I'm outnumbered. It makes no sense, JP.
and Hank,
I'm gonna put
let me tell
myself
you,
and my woman in danger.
just correct you. You can go
I
in
used to-
any
I used to
city.
get jumped all the time.
Hank, you can go in
Okay.
any city in America that's predominantly like black people, where you can go to Miami, go to Detroit, and go out to the night scene. And when you find the realest street niggas, I'm talking about not the niggas that say they tough. I'm talking about the niggas that's really getting money in they hood. They
Yeah.
names hold weight, right? Not just talking. They names hold weight. You always gonna see bad bitches around them niggas. Period.
Because they tricks. I understand that. You're right. I believe that.
But
I
hold on.
believe
But Hank,
I believe
Hank,
that
these
though.
same women are the nigga. These are the women that these niggas in these spaces. These the bitches that these niggas wish they had attention of. That's
But
the
I don't-
facts.
But,
And them
but,
niggas
but
don't
Duro,
get around
again,
that
I don't
shit.
give a damn about them trash ass heifers.
Man,
Fair enough.
y'all trying to label all women because they don't fuck with you trash.
No, I don't have to fuck with me. I don't need every
What-
woman to
what-
fuck
what
me. I just
qualifies-
need one
what
woman
is-
to fuck with me.
So a woman is a trash because she's like a nigga from the hood.
You said what?
A woman is y'all saying a woman is trash because she like a nigga from the hood, out the hood.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, I am.
What make
That's
her
what I'm
trash?
saying.
What make
Because-
y'all niggas better than the niggas from the ghetto?
Who is the y'all when you just talking to
Some
him?
dudes never been in the hood, man.
I'm
JP,
saying the niggas. I'm saying
everything. Their
No.
mindset makes them better.
Well, the women don't think so.
But who gives a shit about them trash ass
The
women?
women don't think so. The women think the niggas out the hood.
JP,
You got
I
you
don't
got,
care
you
about
got
them
women
trash
that wasn't
women,
even
dog.
that was raised in the suburbs. Still, once they get that thug dick, y'all niggas is done.
JP, suburb women could be trash too.
That's a fact.
They don't exclude them. Just because you raised in the suburb don't mean you ain't trash.
But hold on. But just because a woman,
What
hold on.
about
But
the
just because a
men? What about
woman,
the
just
men?
because a woman deal with a nigga and he not a thug, don't mean that he not trash and she not
You
trash
right,
either.
Mom, sure.
That's right.